Hello. How is everyone? I have glorious news. As if you cannot see, I have camera now. I figured out how it works, I think. And hopefully it'll work out better. The unfortunate thing is now you guys can see my giant overlay the entire time. So I feel like that might be a little bit distracting, but I figured it might be better if I have the character in view from now on so you can see expressions and all that kind of thing. I still can't use full body with this avatar because it makes my leg go from here to here. I don't know why. I'll have to figure it out later. Well, I'll fix things eventually. Hi, Saxon. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I hope that this camera setup is okay. I know I'm kind of far away from it, but I didn't want to make it too big for you guys. So this is kind of the test run. If it doesn't work out, I'll switch it and I'll change it a little bit later. You guys can give me feedback in the Discord. But we're gonna go in. I've already got the nameplates off and the things set up. All that's left is to take one last glorious sip from over here where my water is. Little sippy. I will try my best to keep an eye on the camera so that you guys can see me, but yell at me if I'm not, I guess. There we're gonna go. We're gonna sneak in. Booking to see you. Yeah, I already hid the camera underneath the floor. It's right under there. See, it's right there. It's hidden. There. Oh, hell yeah, Saxon. I'm super glad. But yeah, you'll be able to see this is how now my secret is spoiled. My secret is ruined. This is how I see you all the time instead of not seeing you. And I'm gonna try and like instinctual change my instinct and start not looking at you like constantly, like not looking at the chat all the time. But my normal instinct is to have the chat kind of like out of the corner of my vision. I can still kind of see it. I'll usually have it like right here on the screen, so I can kind of like move my eyeballs and see it. But I'm gonna try to stop doing that so that you guys don't have to see the big overlay. New setup. Yes, new setup, Firehawk. How are you? We have a camera like all those cool streamers now. And even though I don't have full body on, I'm still standing up because I want to. I hope I'm not on my tippy toes. I'm not. Okay. Now we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna try to learn the new setup. I'm gonna try and look forward and not look at you as constantly so it doesn't ruin your RP. But I still might. I'm still gonna look over whenever I can. So let's see how this works out today. Yes, I'm gonna try and keep your immersion as we pat the books. I'm gonna try and keep your immersion as much as I can. I know now you have to see the dot in my vision, but I'm doing my best. Book petting. Give the book love. It is what it deserves. Give it a little good night. Good night, smooch. Yes. This is my new character, Shantara Crescent. And she's very formal and regal. And she talks a bit like this. And she's very prim and proper, and it's very funny to me that I play this character, because of course I am not prim and proper. I am very much a wild child who screams in your ear constantly. But instead, I'm over here playing this very regal and quiet, refined character, and I just find it to be the funniest shit in the world. Because we'll go from me talking like this and being very, very prim and proper to I'll mute myself and I'll be like, holy shit, guys, what the fuck? Yes, a librarian. That's what I am. Librarian to fix all of the books and give all of the books the smooches and the loves. It is what they deserve. Librarian? Do I actually? Oh gosh, I really do say it like librarian, don't I? Librarian. I guess I really do say it like librarian. Oh no. Really into books, yes. Exactly. Where do I find all of Kari's shit? Where do I find all the fan fiction that Kari hid up here? Where's all of that hiding? I know it's somewhere. She must have stashed it. The restricted section, exactly. Where's the restricted stuff? I always do this so that I can... This is my new kind of routine in the morning, is I calm all of the books so that if someone wants to come up and find me in the morning, they can find me here. And if not, I'll, after doing this, I head down to see all the peoples. Or hopefully see all the peoples. These are the real books that gotta get calmed. Yes, I play a lot of characters. I play probably more characters than I should. I have 3, I'd say, main characters right now. And I still have a lot of, like, alternate characters. I'd say my main characters right now, the ones that I'm going to be focusing on most, is Shantara, Shantara, Quill, and Cordelia. And then my alternate characters are, like, I've got Pumpkinhead, who I never, ever play. I've got Leanna, Amaris. I probably have other ones, but I don't play them enough to warrant noting at this current moment in time. But y'all gonna see particularly a lot of this character and a lot of Quill and Cordelia in the next, like, couple of months. I've been trying to come up with an extra character, another new one that I can play on a consistent basis, but I don't really know where to put one. The reason why I'm trying to come up with one is I really want to play another happy, energetic character. Really want to play another, Kari type personality. But obviously I can't put it in Ascension. That would be silly. Oh yeah. Hot springs, and if we ever have a beach day, I'm really excited for a beach day. But she doesn't have a ton of reason to go to the hot springs, so we'll see if that ever becomes a reality. And guys, just let me know if you think I'm looking at chat too much. I'm trying to do my best not to look at it with too much of my being. Once I actually get into RP, I'll look at it a lot less. So what? Generic VR chat walking? Because that's what it's set to. Cries. Oh yeah, I forgot about Nom. I don't play Nom very often anymore. She's kind of one of the ults. Even though I love her so dearly. Yeah, the person who's the friend with the basilisk is Leanna. I have a lot of characters. I have too many characters. But I don't play them all as often. One of the portals is gone. Oh shit. What the fuck? I guess I'm moving to the front then. I'm just gonna have to walk there. Why am I suddenly laggy? Whoa. All portals are down? What? Why? Oh, Rook. That makes sense. I didn't even know. Because I was not there the other night. Well, I was there, but I wasn't there the whole time. Guess I will have to walk. I'm going to the main building, 'cause that's what I do. I can't really go to the dormitory, 'cause why would I do that? I don't have a squad. So I'm gonna go to the main building, and hopefully there's some people there. Maybe. Oh god, it's so weird to not see the portals there. Oh, that's really weird. That's really weird, y'all. It's like something like missing in a room. You know that feeling? Yeah, time to get your steps in. I actually really like I used to do text RP, and I've grown to really, really enjoy VRRP because it's so much more interactive. I was always text before. I didn't even do voice RP until VR chat. But now I'm going to try and get in character because I at least suspect that there's going to be things down here. If this is still a thing that's going on, because I wasn't exactly told out of character if Spec is still down here. So I'm going to check. Because in character, I don't know if she is or not. And if she isn't, then congratulations. I don't have to be down here. Yes, she's not. Hooray. Wonderful. We're all glad for that. You're passing out? Corona, you need to go to bed. Go to sleep. Go Betty bye. Not sure where to go. I know you don't want to, but if you're like seeing shit, then you should sleep. If it's hitting a point where it's that bad, you might just have to go to bed. If your body needs it, your body needs it. The game, yeah, everything will be there later. I know it's gonna fuck up your sleep schedule, but you've gotta sleep. If you want to, you can set an alarm and just try and sleep for a little bit, but I don't know.
Madam.
It is good to see you again.
And you, Miss Crescent. It's a pleasure to see you. How are you?
I am well. Although I'm not
That's good.
exactly sure where to put myself.
You mean in regards to a office or in regards to starting the day?
In regards to right now, I
Oh,
don't
well,
quite suspect any students are going to be in the library, so
well, what I like to do is I hang out by the barracks. Although with the portal system down today, thanks to Mr. Rook, you may find students kind of running around all over the place.
perhaps.
I just tend to talk to them for a bit before classes, and then join for classes before I head off.
I see. Perhaps I'll adopt a similar routine.
And of course, you can always head off to the library when you see someone headed there. But, well, right now might be one of the few days where there's not someone studying. They seem to be a bit distracted with their own little personal dramas at the moment.
They have seemed that way. I think so far I've only seen 2 of Willow's students and 1 of yours come into the library.
Let me guess. Miss Lila.
No, it was actually Stark.
Oh, what a good book smart boy.
Yes, he asked me
I
for
wonder where.
a special book even. I haven't figured out if I have it yet.
Which book, if I may?
He asked for a more advanced version of the runes. I think I asked Willow. I believe I did. I think he said we might have one. I think we should.
Fascinating. Stark will never let the pace we set keep him from progressing. He's the kind
Indeed.
who will happily study ahead. Hopefully, he won't end up blowing himself up.
Hopefully not. It would be
Good way to
unfortunate.
learn, though. For him. Hopefully not for the school.
Yes.
All right, well, don't let me keep you. I was curious to see if there were any students in the main building, though I don't think there are.
I didn't see any.
Oh, I hate running around the campus. All right.
It is quite the
Okay,
trek.
let's do this. See if I can find them. I need to have a talk with Miss Hannah.
Ooh, you can't hear anyone else? You should be able to. Wait, this whole time? Is it just not loud enough? Oh my gosh. Oh, they're just really quiet. Okay. Okay, that should be better. I'm sorry. I turned it up a lot. So it should pick up fine. Y'all can hear the music all right, right? So I think as long as you can hear the music fine, then probably you'll be able to hear the people. They might be a little bit violently loud for me, but that's better than nothing. Okay, yeah. Then you should be able to hear the people fine too. I'd suspect. For curiosity's sake, how are you guys enjoying the camera so far? Yeah? I'm glad you are liking it, Nefarious. You're biased? Why are you biased? I'm sure it'd be a lot better if I had full body on, because then you could see me actually do the body posture that I still do even with full body off. Like, you can't see it, but I'm like leaning to one hip, and I've got kind of one arm on the stomach. You can see the hands, but not the hip. Hippie action. She tends to kind of have her kind of like lean to one side or the other. That's why it'll kind of seem to move me a little bit. Ah, big bap, I see. Ah, I get that feel. Kagu. That's why I considered making it the camera a lot bigger, but I thought it might be too much. So I might make it bigger in the future if that's what people would like. I know, Neff. Wait, hippie chick? Hippie chick? What? Let's see if there are any students in here. Hippie, hippie, hippie. I do my hippie dance. She's a hippie girl. Hippie. If only you could see my hippie action. My hippie wiggles. I could put on the hip tracker, but it just seems like a lot to put on. It seems like a lot for not a lot of result. Because, like, you put on the hip tracker, and all you really get is just, like, a little bit of hippie wiggle. The legs still aren't, like, stretching out the way that they should. You can't be as a body expressive, so I just kind of let it do this. I have no idea what they'd be printed on. Probably some kind of parchment. But it could be hemp. You know, considering the headmaster. So there's no one around at the library yet. But, you know, I'm here. I'm chilling. I'm chilling like a villain. I'm sure until like this character starts to get a lot of relationships and friendships, it's probably gonna be a lot of me in the library. Cause I'm not a Kari character right now.
Ah,
Is there something you needed?
I was coming to check to see if the morning was treating you well, at the very least, and actually later there should be something I'd like, but just making rounds for the most part. It appears though the headmaster's decided to turn the portals off for the day, as one of the students has a bit of arcane issues going on.
Indeed.
And
He
we don't
could
want to
get
flatten
more
half the camp.
explosive than you. At least from what little I
Debatable.
know about you.
But oh goodness, I'm gone for 2 days and the whole academy's ready to go up in flames. I should just make it a note to never step foot out of this goddamn campus.
Occasionally, that's the best idea that you can have.
Hmm. Ah. Greetings, Victor.
Anyone up there?
No.
I understand you're looking for your squad mate, yes?
Becca, yes.
It's Becca, correct. Have you checked the medbay yet?
Not yet.
I see. Maybe she'll be in there. It seems like over the past couple of days it's been one of the bumping spots. Very reminiscent.
I'll head there next. Professors.
More like Professor.
Professor, you see, I prefer the term instructor. I don't necessarily study up or get some kind of degree to wind up with that title.
Well, either
Or
way.
the suit, for that matter. It's, yeah. It's there.
I'm not entirely used
school's
to this
turning-
type of environment either. I'm much more used to warm clothing.
Warm clothing. That's not warm to you?
I used to live much higher. Much
Oh, I
colder
see.
there.
Hmm. See, this suit doesn't breathe as much as I'd like it to.
Normally
It's too
they
damn
don't.
stuffy, which is why I very much invite and appreciate this cold weather, or at least cold air.
I think typically you're the one breathing, not the fabric. I'm kidding.
I know you are. I know you are. And I'm sitting here thinking, do I want to retort? Do I want to play this game? Or just want to let it flow? At any rate.
You seemed quite exasperated. Did me commenting about the breathing make you wish to breathe more?
Not really? I don't find myself out of breath just yet.
Do you want to be?
See, that could be... that... I'm drawing a blank here. Because out of context, this could get really weird. But I guess it's only weird if you make it weird. And I'm probably making it weird. I'm gonna go.
Well, that was fun. I'll do it again. I'm making it weird.
Very sorry, before I do dip out, order of business. If there are books on spirits, I would like to see whatever it is you do have. Either spirits, astral projection, working as mediums, anything of that sort. I have quite a bit of reading I need to do.
I see. I can collect some for you and deliver it to your office if you like.
I'd very much like that. Appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. I'm gonna make some rounds, see what the students are up to, and try not to lose anybody, because it looks like it's gonna be one of those days.
Do be careful with the books. They are sassy and not prepared for dating. And have them back by 10. Very important.
Understood. Right.
My little wiggle dance. My little wiggle dance. My little wiggle dance. I can't do much of a wiggle dance, Morph. Until I'm out of view, then I can do a small wiggle dance. No one will see me here. My little wiggle dance. My little wiggle dance. My little wiggle dance. Carver, yeah, that. Just watch the clip, dig this. That's why he's freaked out. How are you doing, Morph? Gosh, I really want to try out the camera with having full body on, especially with characters like Cord and Quill and whatever, because like y'all never get to see their body language, especially Cord's. Ooh, it's gonna be so much better with Cord now that I've got the camera, because y'all will actually see when she's doing a lot of the like purposeful body language that I have her do, which will be neat. Carver very uncomfortable. What are you doing in Final Fantasy? Are you doing your dailies? Are you messing around? I might actually ask you for some of the for some of the rippable things, by the way, because I've been really getting back into Final Fantasy and I love it a lot. I know you said you ripped everything, so. You played it, yeah. I'm glad you played with Corona and Smalls. Did Corona go to bed? Because Corona's supposed to go to bed. Did Corona go to bed? They? I swear to gosh. If he didn't go to bed. Yeah, he did? Ah, perfect. Good, good, good. I'm glad he is sleeping. He's supposed to. It's a terrible time for him to be sleeping because he's probably not going to wake up till I go to bed. But at least he's sleeping. It's going to fuck with his schedule. But we'll try to slowly fix it. Give it a right fixin'. It'll be fine. We'll get it better. We'll get it better. You approve of making Carver as uncomfortable as possible? Oh my. If only I had full body on, I could make it so much worse. But I can't because this model's broken. I need to figure out why it's broken and actually get it fixed. I need to start like asking around. See if anybody has the same problem as me, if they know how to fix it. So whenever I put on full body morph, one of the legs, I think it's this leg, moves out this way. I'll show you a picture after stream, because I've got a picture of it, and it's really annoying, and I can't figure out how to make it not do that. Just lean over and read in the back. Come into the flower zone. This is such a pretty fucking library. I just want to like scream about that really quick. This is so pretty. This is so fucking cool. I love it. Full fuerte. Gonna give him the full fuerte. That'll be awesome. Alright, Morph. If you think you can fix it, I will absolutely sit with you and try to figure out why it's broken, because, oh my god. It has been the bane of my existence for so long. For 3 days. And those 3 days have been terrible. And I feel very sad that it's broken. And angry. Also very angry. Because I want it to be fixed. I think I finally fixed the Visine problem on this model, because she used to have a big old problem wherever she looked down, her mouth would open up, but I think I fixed it. I don't know. You tell me. I can't see myself. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Do I just walk around all day? Am I just gonna walk around here and wait for students to come in? Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. Yeah, that problem, Morph. I used to have that, but I fixed that problem. And I think I haven't tested the full body problem yet, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. I'm just gonna bet that it's probably still there, and I'll fix it, and I'll test it out another time. But I didn't want to worry about having to put on full body and having it not work and me get really frustrated. So I just didn't charge my full body today. Yeah, it's connected with the blinking, and I fixed that problem because I know that problem. I know how that one works. The only problem was, even when I fixed it, it didn't go away. I just had to regenerate her Visemes completely for it to work. But now I've just got the leg problem. I don't know why it's the leg problem. Hopefully I can fix it. If not, I'll just die. That's fine. I embrace death. Fully. This is fine. Smiles.
Morning, Miss Crescent.
Well, he's having fun. Now he's coming back around.
Morning, Miss Crescent. Hi, I have a very important question. Have you seen Hannah Hart at all?
I have not, no. Although it seems like you're not the only one looking for her.
This is gonna be one of those days.
Probably.
Okay.
Have you checked the
Interesting.
med bay?
I did not actually look inside the medbay. Thank you, Miss Crescent.
You're welcome. How excitable. Your entire face, Morph? Oof, I know that problem. That's a terrible problem, and I hate it. I hate it when things get corrupted. I just don't have blinking on any of my avatars now because I hate it. And for such a long time, I didn't even put eye tracking on 90% of my models because I just didn't know. I hated it so much. It always fucked me over. I've managed to fix it now, and I kind of know how things work, but you know, broken things are broken. Oh gosh, today's gonna be so hard to find people. Because it's literally going to be like everybody running around looking for everyone else, and then they're not going to find each other because they're running around the entire time. Whoa. I figured out eye tracking now, yeah. The only problem is I still don't know how like setting things up for full body is perfectly. Because obviously I don't know how to fix this model. It's so broken. There's a Stark, I think. Whoa! That's not Stark. That's Kyver. I think there's a Stark next to him, though. The jumpy one's not Stark, though. Is that a Shizu in the fountain? What's Shizu doing in the fountain? What the fuck?
A little bit later, if possible. I'm speaking with Minerva. I'd like to follow up with you.
Alright.
Hello, Miss Curtin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You wouldn't have happened to see Hannah around, would you? Our dear Mason was looking for her.
You're the third one to ask me that question. No, I haven't.
So I suppose your answer will be no different.
Let me go see if I can find Nyla and Ren to bring them over.
No,
Lila just ran that way. So you'll probably find her over there. I suppose some of the students are going on another mission today. So I wonder what the headmaster has planned for class for the rest of the students.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Mm. Well, I'm going to attempt to
Something
chase
understand
down
now,
Mason.
imagine, so we're walking everywhere.
Told him I'd help him with his treasure hunt. Let you and I have words later.
Miss Griffin,
Yes.
has there been any progress on trying to find more detailed books on runecraft?
I did ask Willow. He said he would find some. I haven't exactly found them myself, but as long as I keep looking, I'll find them eventually.
Thank you. Professor Willow did say give me a small workbook for the summer, so hopefully that'll help drive my curiosity a bit.
Hmm.
He says we get into second year. There's a project I wanted to work on, but I don't quite have all the information for it.
You do tend to need information to work on things. Otherwise, it
Indeed.
ends up quite weird.
And considering that my intention is for it to be a gift, I'm hoping it isn't weird.
Hopefully.
It looks rather comfortable up there. I'm not confident in my ability to stay dry. That's come there with you.
It might be something like that. We'll see. I might need your help more on figuring out why this model's so messed up. 'Cause I don't know why her legs keep doing that thing. It's really annoying. If I could get her legs to stop doing that thing, my life would be 99% better. I usually try to walk as this character because it's meant to show that, she's not as physically fit as the rest of the staff. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna be walking all day. I'm gonna be walking all day. I understand that, Kagura. I tend to watch multiple. Oh, wait. I read that wrong. I mean, that's up to you. What RP do you have going on, Kagura? Yes, she can. It kind of it's meant to be kind of it happens randomly or when she chooses to. So that's why she'll say random, weird, wacky things like dreadful weather on Wednesday, or oh, Friday is just gonna be a terrible day, isn't it? Honestly, probably Silver, dude. Probably Silver. She has a lot less, like, top heavy. Not. I still don't like to do stuff like that, Neff. I still don't really like to, like, just know where people are. I'm trying to keep a lot of her divination, like, either it's about something random, like weather or a premonition or stuff in a general sense. And I try to just keep it so that it's not RP foul, essentially. Because it feels like RP foul otherwise. And I don't like the RP foul. I'm very good boy. I'm a good boy. Yeah. Exactly, Morph. And that's why I don't mind saying, like, absolutely random things. Of just like, huh. Why do the wood why do the trees here weep? Why what's going to happen with that poor dormouse? Like, random things of vague interest, but not like specifics. Because it's, weird stuff, especially when it comes to the future.
Suppose that's one way to view it.
I miss being Kari and just being able to, like, run through the river from the docks to the water or to the beach, because that was so fun. I could just be like, here, let me cut half of my walking. Hmm? I probably wouldn't want you to hint at it, Neff. Because I still think it feels, I think anything where it's someone else looking at a chat and telling me where to go, it feels like RP fell, if that makes any sense. If it's not something that either I have talked to the other role players about or something where, like, I can figure it out myself, it feels like RP fell.
Holy!
Thank you for the host, Brandon. Aww. Okie dokie, Kagura. Not gonna lie, I end up questioning. I end up kind of being like that too some nights, where it's just like, do I want to RP or do I just want to watch everyone else RP? Cause I'm really tired. Lawyer things. Do you RP a lawyer? What RP are you doing, Kagura? I'm curious. Demon lawyer with magic contracts? Holy shit, that sounds neat. That sounds neato. Hold up. That actually sounds really cool. What the heck? Yeah, but like a demon lawyer. That's kind of neat. It's just like you didn't read the fine print. It was in bisection B. That just seems so funny. That's a really neat concept. This will be the second time Shantara has actually ventured forth to the dorms. She has not done it any other times. But it's purely because she's just like, I'm bored. Alright, no one's here. Onward! Onward! To victory! Oh, jeez, Haya. You going real intense watching. Yes, I actually have Nefarious. My uncle is a lawyer. I find law very interesting, but I find everything interesting, so there's that. I have very low standards on what is interesting.
Crescent?
Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to say hello. Yes.
Good morning. You have a lot of people looking for you, dear.
I just want to be alone.
I see.
No one seems to understand that today.
Well, I hope you have pleasant alone time then. I understand when things get too loud.
Just because everyone else in the school wants to share their secrets, because everyone else in the school can't keep their goddamn mouth shut, doesn't mean I have to.
Indeed.
Sometimes you just want a place alone, sometimes you just don't want to be around people. It's worse.
Sometimes a root needs time by itself to grow. Because the rest of the plant is too much for it. Your secret is safe with me. I won't tell anyone where you are.
I want to get away from these people. I guess I gotta keep moving.
Indeed. You can always find solace in my building, should you need it. You may always find solace in my building, should you need it.
Thank you.
Poor girl. Dreadful things are lying in her. I wouldn't even call it a web. It's more of a woven cloth, that one. But is she cut from the same cloth? None should know. Nor do I. Different from the rest of this school, I think. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. If she's strong, she'll get through it. If she intends to do it herself, then let us see how strong she'll get. Oh yeah, Silent is good at doing a RP cry. Same as I. I don't know if we gotta fight a mofo. Who fucked with Hannah, man?
Actually, Miss Crescent,
Yes,
could I join you?
you may.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain the library is likely very quiet.
Yeah. Sure it is. Fuck.
Looks like he's turning away. You may want to be quick about getting in the building, though. Funny. Could have sworn he could have seen her. Maybe he's starting to understand. Who knows?
Thank you.
It is no problem. Does seem he's turned a corner, so he might not have seen you.
You might have done.
He might have. Perhaps he read the situation.
Finally, I've been dodging him all day. Morning.
Eventually they figure it out. Even the densest of heads. It has been a quiet day today, so I don't expect too many people will be coming in here. The only one I would have expected a visit from, I've already spoken to, so you're likely safe.
Thank you. Sorry to cause you trouble.
It's no trouble on me. I've harbored worse.
Huh?
I was joking that I've harbored worse people than you.
Have you?
Not really.
Oh.
I mean, perhaps I've had criminals come across me before, but I think a crying girl is much more unfortunate.
No, since I've been in here. To just street, I mean. I'm looking for somebody.
How unfortunate. I
I
usually
actually
find
really like to read.
I do as well. I find it to be a good escape. Seems you might need one.
Actually, that's a question.
Hmm.
Do you, this might be a weird question, but do you have books on thaumaturgy? Enchantments?
I think I should. I can check real quick. I think they were upstairs. I've been trying to
If you could
familiarize
just
myself.
show me the section, I can take a look myself.
I think this is all we have for basics. Around this shelf is where you should find a couple. If you need more advanced, I'll have to start inspecting the higher levels. And there is a lot
Right.
to inspect. I've already
Little bit,
tried
yeah.
to reorganize. But if you need me, I will be here. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your escape.
Thank you.
I won't let anyone know you're here. Portals? She doesn't have anything for that. She ain't got none of those. Her type of magic is divination, not portables. My back is starting to hurt. Not gonna lie. Hi, Sock. How are you? Trying to figure out where her skills lay? Lie, not lay. I understand.
Miss Cousin.
Hello.
Is
Is there
Hannah still in
something?
here? She already leave.
I believe she already left.
Alright. Something I was hoping to possibly get from her is not good. Thank you very much, Miss Cousin.
No problem.
Not sure when we're going to be having assembly. It seems like it's been pushed back.
Unsure. It is a bit late.
I think having a yes, having a meeting with medical squad in the teacher's room. Something must have happened. Which, speaking of which, I should probably go and check on my squad mate in the infirmary.
Good luck.
Pardon me.
Her sensitivities are? Ah, I see. A lot of stuff with her divination that I try to keep to is I ask people out of character, or they come to me saying like, "Oh, hey, wouldn't it be cool if she figured this out?" If I know she's going to be intentionally looking for something, I will ask the role players though. My fellow RPers, as I wish to ensure that there's no RP foul and that things are going how people want them to for their stories. Because that's the important thing. Is her divination is meant to be used for helping the story along, or if she has something she genuinely needs to find out, not just willy-nilly zip zap zap. Oh dear, it seems she's been found out. By the red one too. Unfortunate. And off to the races.
The mistake you made to cause you to drink. Happens.
Thank you, Professor. Or Mr. Cousin. Victor.
Oh, hell yeah, Haya. You gotta be getting so many channel points. I want to try and, I heard you can do custom things with channel points, so I'm going to see if you can do that as affiliate, or if it's just a partner thing. I shall see.
Then what was it?
There's something personal, okay?
Obviously.
I mean, you've never...
Jesus, that's so many. I don't think I have even that many channel points on any channels yet. And I watch a lot. I guess it's because I watch a lot, but I don't stick around for a really, really long time. Unless there's, like, really interesting RP. Like, I'll usually stick around if it's, like, one of my friends' streams for a long time. And I'll lurk in there. But I don't watch a lot of Twitch outside of, like, the VR chat community. And even deeper still, the VR chat roleplay community. And I try not to watch too many people's streams so that I don't know things out of character. I don't want to meta nothing on accident. But I watch all of the Calicero ones because they're so cool. And I'm a big fat nerd, and I love the Calistro stuff because it's cyberpunk. I love cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is so cool. Waiting for anyone special?
Just our students. I make
I
sure they do
see.
arrive on time.
It is a bit of a...
Maybe the,
It is a bit of
Sorry,
a
go
more
ahead.
difficult day.
Yes, I figured the headmaster would do just what I thought he'd do, which is ring the bell without fully understanding or remembering that the portals are shut down, so... I already passed up some of the students on my way over here, so not everyone is here yet. I shall wait here for them.
Well, good luck. I'm sure they'll get here eventually.
Let's hope so.
I forgot about the portals and everything because of me.
Wonder how many students are going to be left over for the day. Quite a few of them are heading out on the missions, from what I understand.
Practice and train and study for the finals coming up. And those that, like I said, for those just arriving, if you are part of the Lycan mission, or if you are a volunteer for the Orc mission today, please head to the war room now. Carver, would you like to train some of the students today while we leave? That is up to you.
Depends on who we have left, but if need be, I can definitely grab some of the students.
Yes, feel free to call them. If you ring the bell 2 times or blow the horn in the stadium, they should arrive. Now, Silver, what were you saying?
Very good.
Miss Augusta, Miss Harbour, Miss Verena, I'm going to dismiss you from your Overwatch duties. And Mr. Rook, we're going to let him be an independent person. Thank you for all the effort you have put in. That is all.
Yes, and those that are apprentices, once the Orc mission is over, Bargus should be calling you to his workshop. He has a bit of a project that you're going to need to have finished within the next 2 days. We have to build a fish tank for a visitor. I'm sure the rest of the information will be explained when you arrive at the workshop. You are now dismissed. Those people that I called, please head to the war room.
No, but I can't exactly stop her.
I think that'll be the last thing for me today.
There's
All we
one
can
way.
do is try and convince her. What do you mean?
If you have any concerns, feel free to bring them up.
Whoever's overseeing the
Miss
mission.
Minerva or
Who's
myself.
overseeing the mission?
I don't know. I haven't been given any
If you
information.
if you ever experiencing something you're not familiar with,
I'm pretty sure Headmaster Akiyama would know.
I have the time, okay?
Can you hear me now?
That happened even when I was not there, so. True. I will still have Silver explain it in regards. He was there for all of that, I believe. Yes,
Headmaster
Mason?
Akiyama. We wanted to try to bring something to your attention before you go and give the debrief, I guess.
Yes, what would that be?
In regards to those going on the Orc mission,
Yeah.
Komodo, how do I put this? If our opinion, or my
quickest, closest place, if that's okay to just jump in the dungeon for a moment.
I did ask her this after giving her some news this morning, and well, last night, and she insisted on still going, and that is up to you to decide and get her to change her mind, but I will not dissuade her myself, as I believe that this could help her relieve some pent-up frustration.
Considering how much she drank last night, sir, with all due respect, I don't think that you should let her go.
Yes, but are you aware why she drank? I'm not
She
telling
drank
you,
last
but that
night?
is up to her to.
I am, sir.
I am.
Yes, well.
And why I'm saying.
Would you rather her be here at the school drinking some more, or out getting some fresh air and some frustration out?
No, I'd rather her be surrounded by her squad. People that care about her.
Well, like I said, that is again up to her, unfortunately. You're welcome to come to the war room and try to convince her while I debrief everyone. Gavin will be there if you're concerned about her squad mates being present.
I failed both times. You're the only one left.
If you both wish to
No,
speak
she
with her,
won't,
you
Mr.
can, but he is right that this is her
She's too
decision.
hard-headed.
What exactly is it you're afraid of in regards to Hannah's condition? You're afraid she'll get hurt, or she'll do something drastic?
Both.
Both.
This morning, she threatened to shoot me because I said I was going to help her get down the stairs. She also had the nastiest hangover I've probably seen out of anybody that's at this academy. Not to mention...
Oh, that's what that was. Oh, I should have yelled some more.
Go on.
I don't know. It's just from personal experience. It's not a good idea to go in anywhere when you yourself are personally hurting like that. Your judgment is clouded. Your reactions end up sloppy. Your decision-making ability ends up going down the drain, basically.
Exactly.
And I know that she's a capable
That
person.
shield is well worn, isn't it?
Honestly, if it was anybody else, I'd probably say no, but she's my squad mate, and my friend, and I care about her well-being. I don't want her to see her go out there and half-cocked. I'd rather her be 100%. She's not.
If you'd like me to have a quick word with her before you do, then I most definitely can. However, my words may not be as kind or heartfelt as yours. I will say things as they are, because if in fact she is not in a good place, mentally or physically, to go on to these missions, if she does do something, steps out of line or causes problems, then she will in fact be held accountable for them. And that's something she needs to be aware of. If she is confident in her ability to not do so, after being warned about the consequences, then that's on her. We'll be sure to let her know first if you'd like me to.
See, I don't even know what to say.
Wouldn't it be an intense hit to the girl's confidence if that many people are telling her not to go?
Yes.
I see. If you wish to speak with her later regarding the prospect, then you're welcome to. I'll have words with her first, then. And, is Gavin involved in the mission?
He is.
Yes, sir.
I see. If I get the time, I should like to grab a couple of the students, both of you actually, and do some training. Hope you two are in good shape. I understand there was a bit of physical training while I was away for the past 2 days.
Yes, we've been doing a more physical routine every morning.
Very good. Alright, I will see if I can pull her aside for a moment.
She's already pissed off at me. This is just gonna make her more angry. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. She's probably just gonna disregard it. She's too stubborn.
But the thing is, if it was any of us in her position, I know exactly what she'd say. There's no way she'd let us go out there.
I'm gonna wait here because like to talk to Carver before I get off, but it is starting to get to that point. I told myself I'd probably only be on for 2 hours tonight because I'm still not feeling super great. But we'll see. We will wait for him.
Never mind. Yes. Hello. How are you faring so far?
I believe quite well. Although I'm struggling to find what to do. At least for now.
That's one of the difficult things. If you're not running a class and you are doing in your clerical work, it's kind of hard to figure out what to do. I get my paperwork done in the morning before the fairies arrive. I give it, or I wrap up anything kind of mail that the school gets during the daytime. So other than that, I kind of just go around and see how the students are doing, check on their mental health well-being, kind of talk to them. I observe lessons as well, like we did the first day you were here, and give some good insight as to. I'm not sure in your case if you'd be interested in ordering books that are more specific to some students' needs or requesting them in.
I may wish to. For now, I found myself waiting for the flighty one.
The lighty one?
Carver.
Wait, what did you call him?
Carver the flighty one.
Oh, the flighty one. Oh, okay. I thought you said lighty. I'm like, flighty. That could be.
No. He just seems rather jumpy.
Energetic. Easily distracted.
Hopefully, he won't take too long. He said he wished to speak to me, and I have other things to worry about.
Where has he gone to?
I believe he's speaking to one of the students right now. Seems like a little bit of a situation with Ardent Vale.
Oh, yes, they, nothing. Nothing super emergency, just little things that happen between
Yes.
squads.
It always
Especially at that
happens.
age. Well, people underestimate or overestimate themselves and their surroundings and other squad mates, so it leads to a lot of miscommunication and just, I guess, unease is probably what I would call it in concern.
Indeed. But these little bumps along the roads, I'm sure, will help the roots to grow. Eventually.
I hope so. Eventually is actually probably key. Some grow a lot faster than others.
Yes.
Some like a weed, others like a willow.
And sometimes it can vary.
Very much so.
Start off strong and start to peter out of time.
People tend to focus a lot more on those around them than taking care of themselves.
Yes.
I fell into that trap a couple of times. I was so concerned with those around me that I ended up getting to the point where I was at absolute exhaustion and I couldn't do anything. and that ended up doing more damage in the time than if I actually would have taken the time to do some self care, we'll call it. Now, this was an immensely long time ago, but I still fall into that trap from time to time.
Everyone does.
Mhm.
It's at least in most people's nature. Not everyone's.
That is true.
Do you hear something?
I believe that there are some people training out there, and those are the shockwave effects that you'll hear.
I see.
I think there's fire and wind and other things. Stuff echoes very badly in this hall.
Seems so. Perhaps you have a few cracks in the walls.
I wouldn't be surprised if we had some cracks and peepholes and little sliding doors that aren't supposed to be there, but are there anyway.
Yes.
We hired a librarian. When do we hire a therapist?
Why don't we?
I said when.
I mean, most of the ones that I've been getting closer with just come to me or don't trust anybody. A therapist would be a great idea if they had the time to build up the trust with all the students.
Trust is hard to come by, and the fortunate thing about being a therapist in general is that's their job description.
Well,
Being
honestly,
able to
the
trust
most
them with
effective.
those informations is usually comes with the territory. And if you're going to see a therapist and you're not open with them, then you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot, to be honest.
In all honesty, the most effective thing right now, if a therapist can't come full time, is maybe to have a couple of workshops to catch the knuckleheads up on what is proper procedure and good advice and things to do when people are not okay. Because if they're going to go to anybody outside their squad, it's going to probably be their squad leader or another teacher they trust. So it's about equipping those on campus with the tools to advise properly and take multiple ideas into consideration.
I have found a lot of dark clouds spreading.
Yes. Unfortunately, with the lives of the ones leading, it's something they're gonna have to get used to.
You needed to, is it? I don't remember the proper pronunciation of your name. Can you say it again for me? I don't want to risk saying it wrong.
Shantara Crescent.
Shantara. Okay. See, I want to say Chantel or Sahara, like Sahara, like the desert, but Shantara.
It is spelled an interesting way. I do not mind.
Okay. Does Miss Crescent work for you?
It does.
Perfect. People either just call me Madame Minerva or Madame.
What title do you prefer? Because some people prefer the professor or the
I am not a
librarian or
professor.
simply Miss.
Miss works fine.
Miss. Perfect. That works. You know, as I mentioned before, I still get tons of students referring to me as professor. I prefer instructor.
I'm only an administrative assistant, yet they call me professor or sir or teacher or mom. That was an interesting one. Luckily, not many were around. It's the embarrassing moment when you call your someone mom or dad. That's a teacher or however you say it.
It happens
one of those things
occasionally.
where it's only weird if you make it weird.
You needed to speak with her, correct?
I already did.
No, I mean me.
Squad mates
Not
are
that
very
her.
concerned about
This her.
I thought we were talking about the her that walked right on by.
No.
I actually had the need to speak with the both of you. You, myself, and Shizu need to have a discussion, figure out when things are happening.
Do
As for
you
Miss
want to go
Crescent,
to my office and we can all four of us talk there? Save the back and forth and telephone before the other mission leaves out?
on that note, how... Miss Crescent, do you have much experience with spirits?
No, I do not, I'm afraid. It's not
Okay.
quite as heavily in my profession.
What about dreams?
Dreams are fickle things, but
Hmm.
not exactly my forte. Now, if you need
What
to
is your
know
forte, then, if I
something,
may ask? Aside from the moon and stars.
divination.
Divination. Greetings, Stark. Good night,
His hips
Stark.
are becoming trash.
Hmm.
Temporal flux.
They're starting to lie.
Don't
At any
ever
rate.
do that again.
Anyhow. Perhaps Miss Crescent could have some form of insight as to what's going on. I mean, there's a chance, I would assume, but that or have an insight on how to help.
So, just a curious question. Apologies for interrupting. Has anyone else been hearing that noise?
Yes, there
Oh,
would
I
be
thought
people
that
playing
was.
around in the alchemy lab.
Ah, that makes more sense. All right.
Yes, it does.
You're not
just
going
was
crazy
on the roof and
yet.
I thought I heard something. So,
I see.
and that's debatable. That depends on who you ask.
I said yet.
Again, debatable.
See, that's the question I hope not too many people have to ask when we give that new toy of ours a test fire tomorrow, because, oh yeah,
Toy?
people will hear it. Mm-hmm.
What kind of toy?
That'll be fine, I'm sure. The fun kind. The
And
very,
people are getting
very
used to
fun
hearing
kind.
explosions around here.
That is not comforting.
The kind that boys like us enjoy far too much.
That is extra not comforting. You play with wind and you like big booms. That's not comforting.
That is
Yes, it's actually a
exceptionally comforting.
combination
I don't
of
know what
those
you're
two
talking
things.
about. It is.
It's a big
actually,
boom,
yes.
and it does involve mana, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way of going, hey, you see that golem over there? That big-ass golem? Yeah, I don't want to.
I can't wait.
First generation MAC rifle.
Wait. Whoa. First of all, based on the current situation, I wouldn't blow up a golem because one of our students is that. What I would
He's a
use is
construct.
just. I would still not necessarily blow up a construct. Yes, but at this point in time with different frailties, I would suggest just blowing up very hard metal solid objects.
We're not.
Trust me.
That was an example.
Random example, madam. That
Okay.
wasn't an actual.
That wasn't actuality. We're not bringing golems and constructs here to do that with.
No, like just don't.
Looking for someone?
Do you know where Lila is?
I believe
saw
they
her
went
running
near
this
the
way.
war, either that way or the war room.
See you a moment ago.
Says thank you. Did she say where she was going?
No, I was on the roof and I saw her run up that way and turn left, so probably towards the doors.
Thank you.
I'll tell you why later, but we should just trust me on that for now.
Okay, then how's about Cyclops?
Do we know
I'm
where
just thinking
she's
of whatever I can that's
a Cyclops,
big.
yes. Hello, Rook.
Anyhow, what do you need to speak with me about?
Yes, you should find Shizu at some point. Then.
You know, if you see her, can you send her? Should we go
Absolutely.
to
We can
the admin office for a moment?
Yes. Have you stuck? Okay. I was going to
Hey,
ask
why
if
not?
you'd seen Shizuko lately, but I suppose we can run into her. In regards to yourself, I simply just wanted to get the opportunity to speak, get to know the newest staff member a bit more. The other day, you got very caught up having a very lengthy debate with the hooded one.
Professor Vaughn.
Mm.
I find no issue with debates.
Of course, definitely no issue, though it did chew up quite a bit of your time.
Indeed. And my time is sadly limited. Considering how late I stay up, I tend to have to sleep during the day.
Understandably. I need to do, I need to make up for both. I need to start going to bed at a decent hour, and if I don't, give myself a way to sleep in a little bit more. Granted, professor duties don't exactly...
That's when I tag in.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're not out in the
Hi,
middle of a
Anu! I
skeleton
love
infested
you!
forest anymore, but...
Yeah,
now
less
it's,
reasons to stay awake all night. Something's going on?
And it's been an excuse that we're waiting for a replacement. Sick
What's
person for the mission, so...
What is Hannah spewing? I didn't catch that part. I'm so sorry.
I am
We
unaware.
need another person for the mission. We're waiting for a replacement, but...
I have not heard of this.
Okay.
Is the headmaster... Okay, would the head... I'm gonna see if maybe Rex would make, if Rex is not going already, I'm gonna take care of that. I would suggest using this time to talk to her as much as possible so she can go
We'll
rest.
head over
She's
towards
up
your
late all
admin
night because you
office.
guys go through a lot of books and do a lot of shit.
A lot of shit indeed.
Sorry to get aggressive. Sorry to get aggressive. But
Oh no,
sometimes,
I
you know,
appreciate it.
I'm stuck with paperwork up to my boots. Like if I like.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I heard something
I'm
else
up
there
late
for a
at night
moment.
as
I will
well.
see you in the admin office.
And like now, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Who knows?
And just like in most ways, men don't keep track of time very well.
Excuse you? I know
You don't wear a
exactly
watch,
how late
Carver.
I stay up every night.
You
and
don't
I
wear a
get
watch,
to be
Carver.
late. I don't need to.
Because you know
He arrives
precisely.
when he means to.
Exactly.
I arrive precisely when I mean to.
Which is late.
If I arrive late, it's because I intended to.
I see. A prideful one you are, then.
Punctual? What?
Prideful.
Prideful? I don't know if I'd say pride.
One who is prideful never knows that they are.
I suppose it's difficult to draw the line between being confident and optimistic and then being prideful and cocky. There's a thin line between the two, and it becomes rather difficult to figure out where that is sometimes.
Usually I find it entirely relies on inflection.
What do you mean by that?
The words and manner of which you say them.
That's true. But that could also be due to a degree of confidence and or playful banter. Simply acting big in the moment to make light of the situation or make it funny.
I see.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said I see. I apologize. You'll find I am unfortunately much slower than you and the others. I'm not exactly fit for combat.
Duly noted. I don't know if slow is the term I would use for myself. and crewmates would prefer to use a different term.
I'd say currently you're quite flighty, actually.
See, the word I got all the time was, behaving like a neutron star.
I see.
Pardon me? Sorry about that.
Were stars common in your previous conversations?
Not terribly.
Then I suppose you were quite the special star then, weren't you?
Want to be honest, not sure how to respond to that one. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it was meant in a patronizing manner.
Yes, and I did it as well.
Yes, you definitely did.
Not in a
Which is
bad way, of
why
course.
refusing. How can you not be patronizing but not mean something in the bad? Because I mean, it's typically what patronizing is.
Sarcasm.
Yes. But you talk about the way people say things. Hard to read the sarcasm in your presentation sometimes. Granted, we've only just met. But maybe that's just me and my apparent inability to read people well. Unless they're bullshitting me. That's pretty much the only other time I'll pick up on shit.
Do people often bullshit you?
All the time.
And why is that?
The people have something to hide, something they don't wish to share, something they don't want to tell, or are trying to deceive. And there's lots of reasons why people would want to deceive me.
I see. What horrible thing have you done then?
Enough of them. But I don't know if I would chalk it down to things that I've done. You said you, come from the mountains, yes?
Yes. Closer to the
What
moon.
did you spend... I see. So what did you spend your time doing prior to, working as a librarian here?
Working as a librarian there.
Oh, alright then. Simple enough. So then why the switch to the academy?
New surroundings. Sometimes, if you stay in the same cycle, then you don't get a good enough perspective. And I found I couldn't see the moon as well anymore.
So I guess you could say, at the very least, that's what you have to gain from it.
Yes. It is refreshing.
Oh, I'm sorry, it sounded like that was going to segue into something else.
No, just it is refreshing to meet new people. Be around others.
Though, it's not too often we get the new faces around here, what with students being the same in rotation for a good 4 years. Creeping up on our first year here.
Seems a lot has happened in this first year.
It's an eventful place, no doubt. I first came here as an inspector, actually. Sent on behalf of the Eosian military. One of the benefactors. called EOS Empire. I'm sure you're familiar. And that was... Oh man, the academy was as much impressive as it was concerning. Literally the first room I stepped into, and we had a massive summoning circle etched out in the floor of one of the
I
dorm rooms.
see.
Been one hell of a roller coaster, that's for damn sure. The facility's nice. They use their funds and resources well. Oh, the students are quite the set of characters, as I'm sure you're well aware by now.
Not entirely. I haven't had too much of a chance to meet them all.
I see. It
Although,
was funny.
in reference to your previous comment, I think you'll find the mountain grows a lot stronger when it shakes up a bit. A lot more fun that way, interesting shape.
In the moment, when things are hectic, and there's lots going on, you take it in strides and you deal with it, and you think to yourself, oh boy, is this... Oh, can't wait for this to be over. But at the end of the day, they all become something to remember later down the line. Something to talk about. It's seldom I look back on terrible situations and feel as if I'd never been through them, or wish I could forget about them. Because not only are they a part of what shapes me to be who I am and other people as well, but it's always something to talk about, a story to tell.
Well, a book wouldn't be very interesting without struggle.
Plenty of struggle, that's for sure.
Yes, I can tell.
But that's why I'm in the position I am in now. Same old, same old. You get used to it. The trick is helping the students get used to it.
That is what we're here for. Surprisingly enough, I found myself to be a budding young therapist.
Really?
Yes. I
What's
didn't
your portion of
expect
that?
as much moral support in the job description. But
Yeah, that's not...
it's rewarding.
To an extent, yes. It comes... The territory comes with as much room for, error and disappointment, depending on how things pan out with the different students. But yeah, it'd be nice if they put moral support in the job description. 'Cause I came here thinking it was entirely my job to get the students to sweat, knock them into shape, knock some heads together, you know, make them into proper soldiers. Last thing I expected was to have to be a shoulder to lean on and cry on for a lot of them.
I think you'll find it comes with the job title of being a professor, or instructor in your case. At least when not in a rigid military environment.
That's what I thought I was getting myself into for the most part. I'm used to the way the EOC military works. Very straightforward, military training routine, lots of shouting, daily drills, marches, the whole shebang. More common in human-type militaries, I suppose.
Perhaps.
Definitely necessary still at an establishment like this, but it's so much more diverse that things need to be handled very, very differently.
And carefully as well. Wouldn't want politics to get in the way.
Certainly not. Yeah. Out of curiosity, who do you find yourself having to provide moral support to?
Well, I wouldn't want to fully indulge, as even with my profession, I find one's privacy very important.
Of course. Confidentiality is essential. One of the professors here could definitely come to learn that.
Yes. He's not entirely bad, not as much as I first suspected. But
He's been doing this for a lot.
I see. Quite batty, isn't he? Actually, no. I think everyone here is. But that's the fun part, isn't it?
Depends on your definition of fun, but I won't argue.
You'll find my fun varies.
For you, I'd imagine it's all part of the grand story, the adventure. The people you meet, the things you see, everything you experience.
I suppose. Although, unfortunately, most of my story is already written.
Is that
Cannot
so?
make too many changes to it.
What story might that be?
I'm afraid that's something I can't divulge. Lest the story might change.
How cryptic.
Yes.
Well, perhaps that's another thing you and I have in common. What do we can't divulge?
Always hard to divulge things. I should forewarn. I don't always intend to divulge the things I do.
I will keep that in mind.
Good.
As for myself, usually for... depending on who the person is, depending on what my business is, relies entirely on what information I share. For the absolute most part, if you're not my enemy, you will know what I planned, know what I'm going to do, know my intentions. I do my very best to exercise the doctrine of complete honesty.
I see.
A good way to establish trust is don't give anyone a reason to question you, distrust you. Lying has never helped me in any scenario.
I've never minded being untrustworthy. I found people with my magic are usually not trusted.
I suppose. Divination, yes?
Yes.
I haven't met too many people in my lifetime that use divination-type magic.
I've met many. A bit of a family thing,
So
you
why
might
would you...
say.
I see.
Apple doesn't fall
So why would
too
you
far from the
see...
tree.
So why would you say that your type of magic makes people such as yourself untrustworthy?
General unease. People think I will intentionally try to figure out all their secrets. When they don't realize I have entirely no interest in them. I can't help
Good to know.
the random things that pop to mind, however.
Understandable. So is this your roundabout way of saying that I shouldn't trust you?
It is optional. That is something I would rather let you decide.
I'm not worried. I don't know if I'd say it's trust exactly, but you are working here as part of the staff alongside myself, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I see.
You have no reason, I'm sure, to want to do anything to just another instructor. And vice versa.
Who knows, perhaps I'm some nefarious snake lying in the grass,
Surely.
waiting for time to strike.
You see, that's exactly what the snake lying in the grass would try to do. Speak of itself and joke about it being a terror, joke about it being the spy laying in wait. That way no one suspects it, because, oh, of course, they're just joking.
And that's when they bite into supple flesh. Is it not?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I do apologize for
This
making you
brings a lot of
uncomfortable earlier.
What do you mean?
You seemed at unease.
Are you talking about back in the library?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Don't worry at all. That was all my doing. My own.
What you doing?
I believe he's wiggling it out.
Using my mouth words.
He's what?
Wiggling it out.
Wiggling it out?
Mm-hmm.
Sledge it in, wiggle it out.
Sledge it in. Yes, it was a call sign I had back in the special forces. Our dear Madame here uses it from time to time. Sledge, what they called me.
Because you hit
I
things
usually
very
use
hard.
Big Smash.
I see.
It's akin to the.
There's other things that you could hit hard.
Ah.
What? What?
I care and respect you, but sometimes you tense. Which one thing I will say, and the librarian probably needs to know as well. Don't advertise another squad's business in front of somebody. Don't go telling other squads and Ignis's squad that Rook doesn't want to be around them.
What? I never said that.
You did in the infirmary, and you didn't realize it.
What? What?
This is what Vivina and Stock told me. That when we were in the infirmary, you said that Rook didn't want to be around them. Or wasn't allowed to be around them either. That's just what they say.
When? I don't have any recollection of this. You sure they're not getting something mixed up? Because I don't have any recollection of that.
You do misspeak a lot. This is true. This is very
I'm gonna
true.
resort to smashing and stick to it. You know, when we were talking about the whole therapist thing, yeah, no, I was hired here to bash heads together.
Yes.
Stick to that.
You can talk and help fix things and stuff, but just
and bash heads
be
together.
more.
Just bashing heads.
Bashing heads and not minds, then.
Precisely.
Be a little bit more mindful of your words. You're doing okay. It's just your words often crisscross, like the whole effort versus power
I'm
thing.
pretty
Remember
sure
that?
there's. Yes, I'm almost certain there's some kind of miscommunication going on because
There
never
might
once
be,
do I
but
recall saying anything like that.
there might be, but tread carefully. Just because the students of that, with like Brooke and Specca and Augusta and Hannah, they're all a little bit on edge, and Shizu as well. So
Yes.
just kind of like let them speak to you as opposed to like basically if it's about a squad,
Well, I keep it within
don't
the squad's business.
keep it within the squad and make sure,
Of
like, if it's
course.
something about Vivina, make sure Vivina's there, or clear it with her first. Or if it's about Augusta, make sure
Right.
Augusta knows, and things like that. Because it's like the other day, whenever we were talking about effort and power, the students were interpreting that as you calling them weak or lazy, when you didn't say that at all, but they interpreted it that way because it's how they see words. But anyway, I have to get this general squad uniform over to Hannah and get her changed because she's running a fever and cold sweats. When you're ready to
Augusta?
talk to Shizuko, no, Hannah. Augusta and the other mission had headed out. But I'm going back to the infirmary. If Shizuko comes back or she's still awake, I'll probably be around there.
Okay, I would try to reconfirm with Vivina and Stark because I never. No, I definitely never said that because I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, this is news to me.
Okay, then it's probably just the words you use, because sometimes.
I don't think I ever spoke about that to anybody.
Alright, well, maybe we can clear it up with her later when things die down.
Right.
Anyhow, speaking of our Crimson Squad, I have to speak to one of them.
Spec is in the infirmary if you would like to come over with me while I bring this uniform over. You're welcome to come as well. That's where most of the students are, who aren't on the mission. Almost all of them, actually.
Right. Suppose I should do
It's
that.
up to you. I'm going to head over there now with this uniform. Feel free to follow.
Very good.
You know where the infirmary is?
Yes.
I know you're coming quick enough. Perfect.
She's a quick one.
Yes.
Are you up to date on what's going on with Specca and the General Ignis thing?
Yes. To most degrees. I do not know what happened after I left last night.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you were up to date and nothing too sensitive was being told to Specca. In case you didn't know.
Yes.
I think I've seen Esme and Vivina heading over to the library as well.
I see. Perhaps I will speak to them on the way out then. But I'd like to see if Specca has time to speak to me quickly.
She may, as she's looking over Hannah.
Alone, preferably.
Use magic of sorts to make sure it is almost pitch black in here.
I have her uniform. I'm sorry I was delayed. New librarian needs to. We can do this first. They're on their way.
Hannah, do you feel comfortable dressing yourself? Or would you like assistance from someone you trust?
I can dress you if you like.
Professor Tom, out of decency, I'd like to ask you to perhaps leave.
He is blind. Still, though, it is courtesy. Simply common courtesy, sir. Okay. Would you like me and Arbor to assist you?
I have your uniform here. I can just set it down while you guys help her.
Maybe
I'll
something
just
more
turn.
comfortable.
I got this.
I don't know. Have anything that you prefer to wear? Maybe I
Not
can go
out in
grab
the
it
open.
from the dorm room.
Not out in the open. The guys will make fun of me.
Well, this is the infirmary. People aren't supposed to just kind of come in here. If they do, they're gonna get in trouble.
But they do.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we could all change into something a little bit, but whatever you're comfortable with.
I'll be okay. I just need.
Okay, I'll turn around now. Just holler if anything. If you need anything, okay?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I need to invest in leggings.
Yeah, we hit the 2-hour mark.
It's
See, so
probably wise we get her a pair of socks.
depending on
Cold feet
if
often lead to the rest of the body
Crescent
feeling
can
cold.
talk to Spec, I'll probably get off relatively soon.
If she needs
If you
them, I can
trust-
borrow some.
It's kind of looking like she might not get a chance to today.
For the future,
She
if
might
you
have to next
trust my
time.
judgment, I could order some for you. I just need to know your size.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, today I actually have to get off a little earlier because I've been a little bit sick. Still kind of recovering from the cold. Or the flu that I had. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm okay, thanks.
Flu and cold are very similar. At least when you think about them. Yeah, sleep is very good.
Could you hand us your obviously a wet uniform so we can get that all cleaned? Thank you. Madam Minerva, could you send this to be cleaned?
Honestly, I can just do what I did with the other clothes at the camp. I just wash them through and then I'll just wash them on campus and maybe have dark whirlwind blow them dry. No wrinkles. I'm gonna go put these. I'm gonna go put these in
dry
my office.
clothes.
Just give me a blanket.
Does your head still feel hot? I can get you an ice pack.
It's better now.
Do you have a headache?
Sleeping time. Put your head on pillow and sleep. Oh gosh.
Would you like any medication?
Random leg. Ooh.
I think that'll help right now.
I'm just going to run the student's uniform back to my office. I think they're finishing up. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get so close. I'm fast.
Concussion.
Spectre should be finishing up soon.
Yes.
You do have a fever. However,
I'm in no hurry.
You're experiencing is mostly due to the concussion, and even if you did have something worse than the common cold or fever, there's nothing we can do at the moment. Well, nothing more, anyways. Other than the small antibiotic I gave you.
Thanks, Doc. Nice to see you back. Thanks, Arbor.
I'll stay here as long as I need. Especially if we need to make sure that you're staying awake.
Just until her eyes stop dilating. Then we can let her sleep. Speaking of which, let me check again.
Light dilation button approved.
She's getting better slowly. So that's good. Appears your body's already well on the way to bringing itself back up to full speed.
Thanks. Looks like you're back to my seconds.
Yeah. Finally. But for further reference, though, Arbor, if a person can't help but get tired and they do have concussion, like I said before, anyone with, I guess you could say it's best to put them in a very, very dark room. Less for the brain to process, so it's easier to fix something if there is something wrong. Not only that, but in a dark, quiet room.
A little bit, Neff.
Other than
The library is kind of her office.
refraction of light through the irises, the brain also doesn't have to interpret auditory and sensory. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Less stuff to fuck with my mind. Got it.
To keep it short, the less resources your brain's dedicating to telling you what's going on around you, the more resources it can dedicate to fixing itself.
That makes sense.
I'm fine, Professor Vaughn, thank you.
Would you be okay with having more guests right now? I think some
Not
of your squad
really.
mates are worrying about you.
I think I should probably have less people here.
Less people? Who would you like to leave?
I think probably medical squad is fine. Sorry to disturb you, professors. Or professor and madam.
Not a problem. I actually brought over a blanket. I have a couple of spare blankets, so this is a weighted blanket. I don't know if you've heard of them before. They're not super crazy heavy. They just kind of keep you cozy and extra warm. So I brought this weighted blanket. I absolutely love them, and this is a fresh one, so I can leave it over here. So if you want something with more heat and a little bit more weight to it, if you get cold, it's right there. And you can keep it if you like, actually.
Thank you, madam. I appreciate it.
And no problem. I will step out for whenever you guys are done. Specca, the librarian, they do want to speak with you in private if you can, for a moment. Whenever you're done.
Is it urgent? No rush. Okay.
They're in no rush. Just before, they're just out there whenever you're done. Did you want to accompany me out? I advise Becca.
Is the room to your liking now?
Over here. I'll just be up and to the right of the staircase if you need anything, okay?
Good luck.
Thank you, madam.
That might be a very good idea, Neff.
As soon as they're still.
Just giving her a random book to read. Maybe with some little magical thingies on it. On runes or something.
You are the librarian,
Yes.
yes?
I do not know if you remember me very much. I know you've been struggling lately.
Yes, I'm a...
Well, hi. Can I grab you for a moment?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, I'm afraid I have a condition that has me forget things.
Indeed you do. I have been attempting to help with it. Although, unfortunately, what they suspected it might be was not as accurate. My expertise was not quite as needed.
Mm.
Now, I know you are busy, so if you do not have the time to speak, it is fine. I can speak with you another day.
I can speak now. Someone is watching a patient, and I believe I'm not needed at the moment.
I see. Then if you wouldn't mind coming with me, I would like to speak with you.
Mm. Seems you are quite well dressed for the weather.
Indeed. I am used to the cold. Mountains are like that. Not as harsh as everyone thinks it is.
Hello?
The cold, I mean.
Yeah. I've grown used to it. Run into that quite a lot here.
Yes. Quite a powerful dusting of snow. I'm surprised you all fare so well.
It was quite hard for me at first. I'm not acclimated to this climate, even now. Still, I've gotten used to it.
I see. Good
And all
then.
the side effects it brings.
It does bring a lot if you're not prepared. But it's not as terrible as it seems. For safety's sake, I'll take you to the top. Wouldn't want the bookworms to hear. And I don't mean the students, I do mean bookworms.
They are a creature that exists here in this library.
Not necessarily, but could always be around. I usually find moths are more of the problem than worms.
Moths.
Now, I'm sure it is not entirely beyond your capacity to know what I am.
I suspected your eyes and hair.
Yes. My purpose was not only to be brought here as a librarian.
I had the inkling.
When I first met you, I saw something a bit troubling. And I will admit to you, the Coven is who sent me here.
Hmm.
I do not wish to tell them what I know about you. In fact, I'm not entirely sure what I do know about you.
Hmm.
But your web is a confusing and tangled one.
Hmm. Might I ask, what did you see exactly?
I do not know exactly, and I'm not... I do not think I understand what I saw. But I saw you, in armor. Quite a dreadful scene. And then I saw a similar one, of Morgana Le Fay. I think you can imagine why that might be concerning.
Yes.
I do not wish to tell them.
Why is that, though? You work from them, don't you?
I do. But not everything is as it seems. You do learn that with divination.
Hmm. That makes sense.
They have means of making me tell them. But I thought I should let you know I will try my best.
Hmm.
I did not only come here
Is
because they told me to. I came here out of want.
and what is it that you want?
To be away.
Understandable. Why did they send you here, though?
It seems your school has happened across information they shouldn't.
Hmm. And are you here to get rid of that?
Potentially.
And once it is gone?
I will likely remain here.
Hmm.
Considering you are here, they will want me to keep an eye on you. And an eye on the school to make sure they don't happen across anything else.
Hmm. I see. Is I usually keeping this information has its own odd price.
It does.
Is there? I guess what I'm trying to ask is, what exactly are you expecting me to pay to keep this from getting there?
I merely ask that you don't make my job more difficult than it is. If I have nothing else to tell them, then hopefully they won't ask what they want, or rather what they would want. They don't know that I have any information yet, and I intend to keep it that way.
I see.
You'll find my relationship with them is not as thrilling as it might appear.
I see.
Regardless, I
I
do
understand.
apologize. I introduced myself to you before, but you don't remember it. My name is Shantara Crescent, and it is wonderful to meet you. Apologies for my poor manners.
No problem. My manners can be quite poor, so.
That does tend to happen when you have to deal with more than one of yourself.
Yes, certainly does seem to happen.
I am glad you're all right.
And I am glad you, well, I'm glad you are not here to cause a mess. We already have quite a few.
I noticed. A lot going on for you. And others. Very twisted
Yes.
roots in this tree.
It'll be interesting to see if it all ever dies down, gets untangled.
Hopefully. Eventually, everything grows how it's meant to. No matter how tangled it gets.
Yes, hopefully.
Regardless, I merely wanted to extend the olive branch, as it were. I knew at some point you would start to grow concerned why another witch happened across the school.
I had hoped it would have just been by mere curiosity, but rarely does such something like that ever lead to a place so specifically entangled with such big things.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is usually how it ends up. And in your case, it ended up the poor way. But thankfully, at least it isn't a worse witch than I. I won't keep you from your
Let us
duties for
hope.
too long.
Thank you. Let us both hope we are good examples for our people while we're here.
Yes. I'm already doing my best, and I would hope you're doing the same. Despite your tangled web, you seem like a bright young girl. Quite a
Even
story
then,
you'll unfold.
doing one's best is easier said than done, and even then, the best is not always the best.
Occasionally. But sometimes You have to set a few fires to make the soil good.
True.
Example point, this conversation.
Precisely. Would have been quite an awkward game of guess who or guess what you're doing here if we tried to go about it the non-straightforward way. Things
Yes.
certainly could have gotten a lot messier.
I normally find the direct route works out better, at least with a situation as difficult as yours.
In this environment, I have learned that yes, that apparently is the case.
Indeed. Well, regardless, I won't keep you from your duties any longer. I am glad to meet
Thank
you.
you. You as well.
Perhaps next time it'll be on better terms.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't feel well. Suddenly. You did not have anything on your hand, did you?
No. Just a glove. Are you alright?
Yeah. Yeah. Just minor migraine.
A migraine.
I'll grab some medication from the infirmary, and I'm sure it will die down.
I
Pleasure
see.
meeting you again.
A migraine. I don't like the looks of that. But let us hope trust is started. What a terrible world you found yourself in, Crescent. And one without anyone to rely on. Anymore. A lonely place you found. That's what she'd say. But perhaps she wouldn't be entirely so convinced. Shouldn't worry now. Someone's been studying. That is good. I will clean this up later. For now, just make it more tidy. I don't want to accidentally interrupt someone's studying.
Hello.
Are you heading out for the night, women?
Yes.
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 Oh, by the way, since I have you in person, I wanted to check with you. Did you hear about the spin-off AARP ride fuck character names like Curry and Katsuki?
I haven't really, no. Or I have to some degree, but I don't. I didn't know much about it.
Basically, because they can't always make it to Ascension or Ascension's wrapping up soon, they take their characters and they're basically putting them into an alternate world. So their story is the headmaster sent them on a mission, they went through a portal, and they ended up in a realm. And the realm is like a hub, so people from all times, all places, all species, all everything. Like mecha robots and medieval knights kind of thing. Everything goes in this Ascension Academy. They call it a Forgotten World because it's non-canon, so they put like non-canon in the title, and it's all about getting their communities involved. So it's like more meme. It's serious, but they also have more memeing, and it's non-canon. It's something like to do on the side. And they use some of the Army of Darkness too. What I wanted to say is technically we talked about Kari once where she died, but that doesn't necessarily mean that part of you couldn't have been taken at the time of death or however you want to explain it. If you wanted to bring Kari into the spin-off at a later date, if you still wanted to play that character.
I might talk to Kazuki about it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know the basics of it, and then yeah, if you want to go in and hit up Kazuki and Curry to see how your character would come in, since I think the next one's not for like a while because of secret things that are. I wonder if I lay down in. Sorry. Ah, whoa, whoa.
You okay?
Ish. I maybe fell down in my bed.
Are you gonna be alright?
I'm fine. I have a bed very low to the ground.
Oh, I see.
On
I
purpose.
see.
I
Yes.
toss and turn in my sleep, and I've fallen off like beds before, and it fucking hurts. So my bed's like 2 feet off the ground, but you would swear like this mattress was expensive and it's like 2 feet off the ground, but you'd swear you were like the princess and the pea and you were on some freaking cloud. Like it's just the right amount of firm and softness. But yeah,
I always have to sleep in the middle of mine.
dense.
Yeah.
Same.
I'll DM.
Curry is usually busy and dense, so I DM Kazuki because
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you about it in person because you usually arrive while the RP is going on, and he's usually there from the start. So I'm like, I don't know if you had a chance to tell anybody yet, but yeah.
I unfortunately am I have trouble getting here on time. I'm not the best time person.
Yeah, the amount of people I have to call on their cell phone to tell them when RP is going on is crazy.
Well, I have my chat right here, and Morph's just like, we get sushi again?
Hello? Tell him I said fuck off.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Maybe spawn. Go home. Kari will always be alive in your heart. Except for when she isn't. Generic stream. Boom. Look at that. I already set up things appropriately. Haha. Look at how smarty pants I am. Big smarty pants Sam, yes. Haha. Where's my ribbon model? There it is. Haha. Time for the second pass. It's not the second coming, it's the second passing. That's terrible. That's just awful. No. That's just terrible. Anyhow, I just wanted to check up on you with you guys. How do you think new setup go? Do you like the new setup? Is there anything you guys would say, like feedback wise, we should change? As far as the having this whole giant thing here, and obviously the camera. Neat. Hooray! More controlled. Good, yes. Alrighty then. I just figured I'd like to ask you guys and make sure it's seeming at least to go well. Cause I've never really I never used what's it called? I think it's Open VR before. I could. The only problem with having the popped out chat window is then I can't edit anything or change my scenes. What I need to try and get next is I need to figure out how to properly use OVR Toolkit. Because then I could have this more hidden, and I could have it a little easier to work with, so that way you guys don't see this as heavily. But who knows? Who knows? Do I know? No, I don't. I don't know. But it's our favorite time. We need to find someone to raid so that we can yell at them. Is Specca streaming? I know she streams sometimes. If not, I'm probably gonna go for Shan. Now you guys can realize how much I look at chat. I try really hard to see when you guys message me. She's not streaming? Okay, we'll get Shan then. Haha. Oh wait, you guys can see when I'm doing this now. Amazing. Well, also a little but amazing. Slash raid. Miss. Wait, no, that's wrong one. Shan. Rock. Okay. Haha. I'll do that. Hello. Now, I'll see you guys later. And I hope you had fun in the stream. Give Shan lots of love for me. And goodbye, Gobbles!